Hey everybody, Brian Boyle here, and I told you I was going to do an in-depth review on the Sporta Extreme versus Biofreeze and the reasons why I like both, and I think that both of them have a place. So the Sporta Extreme, I told you that to partner with some new companies. I've always said I should have stock in Biofreeze. I've been using Biofreeze for, gosh, the last 15 years. And it certainly has been a go-to for topical, kind of medicinal things. If we're looking at the, non-injectables, ingestibles, okay, sorry, I was looking for the word, ingestibles versus injectables, okay, for pain relief, right? I mean, I think the big thing right now, we're in this opioid crisis, everybody's concerned, people are now more aware of what opioids have done, and, my physical therapy background and saying, hey, what other things can we do? Biofreeze has been the go-to, and it used to be that you could only buy Biofreeze from healthcare providers, right? I mean, you had to go through the physical therapist, chiropractor, physician, whatever it may be, to get the Biofreeze. So that was, one of the things that we'd always used. And then this company, Sporta Extreme, or Fresh Farm CBD, had reached out and they said, hey, would you be interested in taking a look at, our product? We feel like it's got some significant value, between the lidocaine and the hemp, the menthol, the salicylates, you go hard to beat, especially in a roll-on where you're not getting it all over your hands. Tried it with a couple of other people, fell in love with it and said, hey, you know what? Yeah, I'd absolutely be able to do some reviews for it. But here's why I think both are necessary. So why I wouldn't use this. Okay, I wouldn't use this for anybody under the age of 18. I wouldn't use this if you have any allergies to salicylates, to lidocaine, to any menthol product. Okay, and the same thing with the Biofreeze. I wouldn't use it if you've got allergies to menthol. So that's where you say, hey, if you've got those allergies, if you've got some issues, this is a no-go, right? You just don't even bother with this, especially with the salicylates and the lidocaine. Beyond that, lidocaine is really, it's a fantastic pain reliever, if you will. Okay, people get lidocaine injections. There's lidocaine patches. It used to be all prescribed, so you couldn't even get it over the counter. So anything with lidocaine, 5%, is pretty solid. So for the pain control aspect of it, and then the hemp CBD stuff, right? The anti-inflammatory stuff, the salicylates, you go, hey, pretty good. It does have a little bit of a strong medicinal smell at first. I wasn't so keen. And then after like 30 seconds, it went away. Not unlike, the Biofreeze with the menthol, okay? The reason why I like the Biofreeze, and here's the difference, right? So the roll-on, this doesn't come in a spray, all right? Another reason why I would use the Biofreeze, I'd use the Biofreeze spray, is if I'm taping, okay? So if I'm using some sort of kinesio tape, you can check out my other videos on the mesh tongue on YouTube if you've got questions as to how I use the kinesio tape, KT tape, strength tape, whatever it may be. The reason that I don't like using the roll-on is that if you put the roll-on on and then you try to put the tape on, if it's too close and you haven't cleaned the skin and prepped it, tape's going to come right off, okay? But what we can safely do is we can safely tape, put the tape on, and then spray, all right? Spray right over the tape, whether it's Achilles, knees, hips, whatever it may be, low back, I can spray right over that. Yeah, it doesn't have the lidocaine, doesn't have the CBD, the hemp, doesn't have the salicylates, but, again, if we're just looking for some sort of pain reliever, the menthol, there's Arnica Montana, there's another bunch of other things in here in the Biofreeze Professional. The spray works really well because I can spray that and I can reapply that spray over the tape, especially if I'm going to leave the tape on 3 to 5 days. Right? Most cases, sometimes you can even get it 5 to 7 days, but that's, where I think the real big benefit is, all right? So if we're not taping, I'd say this is a super, good product. If I'm gonna tape, I definitely use the spray. Again, don't use the roll-on, don't use the, the gel packs or, kind of the gel that you can rub on, again, because we want the skin prepped. All right, for the tape to stay. So I wouldn't use this and then tape my low back or tape knees and things like that. But if I'm not going to tape, by all means, you've got a good solid product here. So, again, you can use the code Champion20 to try it out for yourself. I put the website on there. Go to Fresh Farm CBD. I don't care if I don't make anything. They tell you can get an affiliate thing. I honestly, I give you value, show you some things that you can use on your own. Again, check out the Mesh Tongue on YouTube. We've got over 190 videos on all sorts of topics and things. I think you're going to find significant value there if you haven't checked that out in a little while. And if you've got any questions, you can always email me, Brian, Brian, at company5k.com. This is number 5k.com. And see you again soon. Take care.